And we're live. So there we go.
For trash in parking lots? That doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it. So we didn't go geocaching.
It is awesome to be here. My first time officially, I'm just going to say officially, on the Geocache Talk podcast.
This year, the Podcast of Hope selected St. Jude's as its charity. St. Jude's life-saving mission of finding cures for children battling cancer.
Jeremy basically bought a GPS device and drove a couple hours away because there were no stashes at the time nearby where we were.
Attention to detail that you put in to the panels and the flow of the room or the whole maze, it just blew me away. It really did.
The second member of the 20 PHCA Hall of Fame this year is Geocache Talk, and that would be Mr. Gary Slinker and Jesse Memphis Lunsford. Come on up.
Well, there we are. Hope you enjoyed the opening. Yay! Thank you so much, Derek, for putting the video together for our 5-year anniversary. Welcome, everybody, to the 5th anniversary show number 250. And we got some special guests tonight. Brian's with us for a little while, and we'll talk to him in a minute. Thanks, Brian, for coming on with us.
It's my pleasure. Congratulations on a 5-year anniversary.
Thank you, sir. And our other co-host for the night, other than me and Jesse, is Joshua, the geocaching vlogger.
Hey, everybody. Wow, that video had me smiling from ear to ear. Congratulations. Happy to be here.
And I've got the number, Joshua. We always ask, how many times has Joshua been on the show? I'm going to share it later. I've got the number.
And is tonight the night I get my green coat? Is that the question?
Yes, tonight you get the green jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have won a green jacket, my friend. So we have got 5 giveaways. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I got 5 items. I got 3 coins. I got 2 path tags, but one of the path tags is pretty special. So there's that one. Ooh. How about that for a path tag, huh?
It's beautiful.
Ms. Pac-Man. There it is.
There it goes.
There she is.
From Retired Guy. He gave me a few at Mingo Madness, and I thought, tonight would be a perfect night. So if you want to be in one of our giveaways tonight, you need to put in the chat room hashtag 5 years. If you're watching on Facebook, you'll have to authorize your login to Facebook, and then you're able to put hashtag 5 years, and you'll be in the hopper. You don't have to do it more than once, which is wonderful. The product StreamYard has created. I don't know if hashtag 5 years, FIVE, works or not, but we will find out. So do hashtag with the number 5 just to make sure. And
just be risky. Try both. It's okay.
Exactly. Try both. And the beautiful thing is you don't have to put it in over and over again, because you can't put in more than one at a time. So it only lets you do one entry, which is great. It's a great product. So I want a few people to mention, and then we'll get right into talking with Brian. But I wanted to mention the patrons that were with us from year one patrons.
Wow.
I always think that's fascinating. So here are the year 1 patrons. And a couple of them will be no surprise to you. Joshua Slinkard. Wonder if he's related.
He was forced into it. He was tricked.
Exactly. Tom Brotherman, not related, but definitely a brother in the sport. He will be on later. Caleb Slinkard. So the twins are both in. Jeff Arbaugh, Antaeus. Down in San Antonio, Jeff has been a wonderful. All these people and all the patrons are great. Well, I mean, they're incredible. I just thought it'd be interesting to talk about the year one since we're doing 5 years. Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, thank you, my friend,
You're very welcome.
for being on that time. Also, Nick of Cashly has been with us pretty much since the beginning. Nick and I got to know each other a little bit when Cashly was just a little 1.0 app. Andrew Tiepken, I know Andrew is very much a behind the scenes kind of guy, but I did want to mention him for being one of our foundational anchor points for
good guy.
He is, yes, absolutely. Valena Mahar, Butterfly Girl, has been on with us since the beginning. Jane Jewell. Jane's another one that is just a wonderful, person who just has loved the show and continues to love the show. And I guess then our first international, but no longer international, is Craig Michelle, the Aussie geocacher. He's been with us since the beginning as well. So
the New Jersey geocacher now. We're
that's
gonna change
right.
his name
Although
for him.
he's still an Aussie geocacher.
Nah, he's Jersey now. We're gonna change his name for him. He just doesn't know it yet.
He hasn't lost the accent yet. That's for
no.
sure.
I don't think he'll be losing anytime soon. So let's jump right into show 250, and let's spend a little time with Brian. Brian, again, thank you again. Few things we want to. I want to talk to you a little bit about kind of where you feel like the rest of 2021 is going, but I want to do a couple of look backs. One was something we did, and this is one of the giveaways tonight, is the leaderboard challenge that we did. There's the coin for it. It was the gold coin back in the day, and I think Brian I sent you one of those too, Brian. I think
I have it on my desk.
Sweet,
I really do.
Yeah,
I really do.
That was a lot of fun. It was interesting, I think, and people really got into that. Do you feel like that there's potential for leaderboard, or do you feel like that it's something that is something that may not go forward with, or what do you think?
I think there's definitely potential for leaderboard.
Okay.
We continue to talk about it as a strategy for giving to groups like you guys and geocaching orgs to create their own leaderboard challenges. The big challenge is right now that it was built in a way that doesn't make it easy for us to do that. So it's going to take some work as we prioritize all the things we're working on. It's not near the top of the list. So as much as I would like to see it happen soon, it could be months, if not a year or so, but I really don't know when it's going to happen. But I do believe that we like the concept. We'd love to give people the ability to create custom leaderboards, even to share with friends. But it's going to take some work to get there. Sure.
No, I appreciate that. We really enjoyed it. It's one of those things where I think, again, it's something that you guys can experiment with, and we as a community, and I'll get Joshua and Jesse to comment, but we as a community love the fact that geocaching.com is always looking for something a little bit unique. I mean, I just thinking back over the past 5 years we've been involved. I mean, a lot of the different things, the wonders of the world. If you go back further,
Mystery of the Museum, that was a really different one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because that was the first one with basically what do we call them? Like digital, almost like digital game pieces.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can tell you that that's another thing we're actively considering. I just saw a presentation last Wednesday from a group of sort of a cross-team collaborative group, and they showed us a concept that works with digital treasures. That was really exciting. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because it's a lot of work to build it, but the concept was really cool, and it leveraged sort of that mystery at the museum technology. one of my favorite things about Mystery at the Museum wasn't just the digital treasures aspect and all the filters that we built that allowed people to search for specific ones and things like that. But I really loved the whole newscast presentations that we created
Oh yeah.
with Chris and with Jennifer, and doing the jewels have been stolen, and it was just really cool because it came from all different areas within the company. It was the marketing, and we created the videos and put the whole thing together, and I know people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So those are the kind of things that it's just really fun to work on.
Yeah.
I love the Mystery of the Museum. That was a fun, very innovative one. Personally, the leaderboard, when we got to do that, we got to see the kind of the backside of it. So, we got to do the challenge. The reason why I think that one was such an exciting one for me is because we saw something from a different – Gary, you'll have to remind me what event it was. I don't remember. We were at an event, and Hulu UC.
Going caching. We were all going
So
caching.
we're all riding in a car together, and it's one of the coolest things I've sing. It's just so different. And he's like, stop. There's I don't even remember what it was, but there's one right here, and it's so many points. And it was just such a different, thing than you do in geocaching all the time. They all have the same value in geocaching generally, right? Caches, unless they're personal to you. But these actually he's like, this is a 5-pointer. He's like, we're going to stop right there. And it was just such a different way to play the game. And some of the people in the car weren't playing. Some people were playing the leaderboard. So it's really neat to see a whole new layer of the game, which we all like, right? Like it's a game played by millions of people, but it's secret, so it's always fun to play all those different layers. So that was a really unique, and even, you guys saying we tried this and we're looking into it in the future, that gives all of us like, sweet, there's something to come in the future. So
yeah,
that's great.
And
obviously some people are impatient, but it sounds awesome to us. So
listen, I'm impatient, honestly. Knowing that you guys enjoyed it and had a good time is one thing, but like the longer term vision, Gary, maybe you remember this when we set it up, but we sort of had to make the decision, I guess it was each month or at the beginning of the campaign, to decide what values of different things were. And you had to work with our team to get those things set up. To do that at scale, we don't want to have a whole bunch of people working just trying to manage everybody's leaderboard challenges. So that's part of the functionality that we really have to build so that when we give somebody the tool, they can do the administration on themselves. So you could say, hey, this week, multis are worth X or lab caches are worth whatever, without having to go back and forth. It's just not scalable for us to do all the back end work. So if we can fix the tool, then it makes it much easier to put in the hands of you guys and, Midwest Geobash, or even the, like for going caching on a 4-day event, they could have a going caching leaderboard for a few days. Right. So that my dog just showed up. That really, that kind of thing really excites me. So I do believe we will do it. I just don't know when.
Yeah. No, that's great.
No, it's great to hear that you're still considering it and playing with it in the background. And I'm sure it's tons of work in the background to do.
And it's given all the projects, it all adds up to needing a lot of people, full time at HQ or working remotely, as the case may be.
Yeah. Your team was wonderful at that. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, I was just going to say, just to piggyback off this conversation, I'm just loving all the tools, products that HQ has put in our hands. I was just at Moga last weekend, and they had 50 temporary lab caches, and at the journal section of each lab cache was a clue, a hint that once you've put it all together, took you to the Owensboro Bridge, and they had the bridge programmed to light up certain colors to open up a combination of a case. So that's just another example of having another product like Adventure Labs that you can do so much with that people in events just, you give us the products and you see the community take off with it.
And there's so much creativity coming from the community that it makes it's like a delight to put things in the hands of the community, because as much as we could get excited about the possibilities, like we haven't even scratched the surface of the real possibilities when you let people like Bounce take a look at it, or many of the other super creative folks out there.
Exactly.
There's so much fun that can be created, and seeing people put the things together where it's to go in and do an Adventure Lab series and end up with a bridge that's lit up in code like that. It takes a lot of creativity, but it also takes a lot of effort and coordination. And
Yeah.
that's one of the super cool things about this community is like people are willing to put in the time and put in the effort to make something that other people are going to enjoy. It's just it's so generous. So to see, for us to be a tool builder or a platform builder and put that in the hands of people who are willing to be generous with other people, the benefits, we all reap the benefits, and it's just wonderful to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. You guys have been so great as a company to work with, and to allow us to kind of be part of it is really something. There are not a lot of places where you can do that. There aren't a lot of sports or hobbies, whatever you want to call it, that allow for the community to be involved and be able to interact and give input and all that. But I want to switch gears real quick, if I can. We're gonna don't want to spend all of Brian's time tonight, but I want to ask you, Brian, about anything you want to share for anything coming up, possibly over in New York. Is there something maybe that you'd like to share?
Yes, I am very excited. I have one of the celebration event credits, and I will be in New York on Long Island visiting my family during the week of July 4th.
Yes.
And so Friday, July 9th, and it's a Friday deliberately because my mom would kill me if I tried to do something on the weekend when her whole family is around. But it's Friday. It's going to be at Eisenhower Park.
Yes.
It's basically, it's called the Homecoming Community Celebration Event, and it's GC8HJBM, and I'm doing it with Geocachers of Long Island, and really they're doing all the legwork on the ground, and I'm hosting the event with them. There's going to be food and a cool geocoin for it, and I know that Golai is planning a full weekend of events.
Oh, neat.
So for anybody who's close or can get there, please come to the event. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to being back on Long Island. It was supposed to be a year and a half from the last time I was there, but I had the pleasure of getting back there a couple of weeks ago to go out fishing with my brother and see his family.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. We
Awesome.
caught a huge striped bass.
Yes.
Out in the Atlantic. It was really wonderful. But I am going to I'm looking forward to being back on Long Island and really getting to spend some time with the geocachers of Long Island and anybody else who chooses to come to town. It's exciting. Normally the events that I host are the anniversary events for the day I met Heidi and Dylan.
Yes.
So we've done the 5, 10, and 15 year. This November 18th will be the 20 year.
Oh wow!
So haven't even started planning that yet, but this should be a really fun event. July 9th. That's the GC code. Please come out and visit if you're able and if it's safe and all that for everybody to do so.
Being that it's your event, were you tempted at all to make your own custom GC code like GC Brian or anything?
GC Brian.
It's funny that you asked, because I was looking. I wrote down the GC code earlier because I figured, all right, if I have a chance to tell everybody, I'll say what it is. And I'm like, man, this is a hard one even to remember. The only way that I've ever gotten codes that are sort of related to anything that I was doing is like somebody else in the community had the code and they're like, oh, this would be great for your event. And I'm like, thank you very much. But for this one, it's like, all right, submit it, see what happens. And 8HJBM. So I'll be able to remember that hopefully by the 9th.
Well, y'all did do a couple of specialized codes this year, though. You did the GC8 Neat and GC8 Frog, right?
That's
Those
true.
were pretty cool. Those are pretty cool, which it made it so much cooler that you did. I know you can't do that all the time. You don't get people in that frame, right? But it was pretty cool that you did that because everybody could easily reference those, and they were pretty easy to remember based on the codes. But
Exactly. And GC8 need, of course, in the interest of giving people a socially distant way to go
Yeah.
out and get a location list, for one, which we haven't done in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But that turned out to be pretty productive. I mean, to see what people are picking up and all that, it's really awesome.
Anytime
awesome.
you can get more people to CETO, I mean, that's pretty much a win for a digital badge, and that's what you get. Yeah, that works. I haven't even looked lately. I was watching it for a while, but a lot of people did that.
Like a whole lot
of people.
And they're still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, there's that feeling of being part of the community that, hey, look at all these folks just like me that are out doing this. And when you see photo after photo and log after log, you realize that, hey, this is a positive impact that we're all making together. And to be part of that is just another special aspect of being part of a geocaching community.
Awesome. Yep. Well, Brian, thank you so much. We'll catch you again not too long, probably into the down the road. But again, thank you so much for being on tonight and to help us celebrate 5 years.
It's my pleasure, and congratulations again. I hope you guys have a great show tonight, and look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully sometime soon.
Yes.
And Heidi is waiting for me for dinner. So
yes.
Thank you all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
thanks, Brian.
You at the event. Cheers, you guys.
Appreciate it, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
There goes Brian. Thank you so much, Brian. Joshua, good to see you, my friend.
Good to be here. Good to be seen. I'm riding high on a geocaching high just because, holy cow, Gary and Jesse, I've been to 2 mega events.
In
1 month.
That's incredible.
2 in 1 month.
In 1 month.
After not being at anything for a while. So, and now I just heard about this event and I'm very tempted to go to New York.
Gosh, wouldn't it be great? I mean, I'm so thankful to GoLi. They have been such great supporters of Geocache Talk. I mean, they sent a shirt. Sorry, I'm wearing my Bucky shirt, but I have a GoLi shirt. I try to wear it periodically to promote the geocaches of Long Island. They're I'm big fans of theirs, and we really do appreciate their support of the show. All right, we're gonna move on. One other thing I want to mention is, and again, it's a whirlwind night, which I think will be great. We've got a lot to cover and a lot of cool things to do. I do want to mention our giveaways. Oh, what you got there?
Oh, the Happy Hodag asked if I had a pen handy.
Oh, yes.
So showing I have many pens.
That's that's kind of that's a funny joke. We'll have to get to that when we talk about the vlogs. But we got giveaways. So we're going to go ahead and do one giveaway, and then we've got the first show coming up. But if you haven't done it yet, you only have to do it once. You want to put in hashtag 5 years into the chat room, and that will get you a entries tonight in all 5 giveaways. So Tom, you're not able to do that. Golly, I tell you, you can't control the network, can you? Look at this. Look at Tom. Tom's like, I want a coin, man. Give me a coin. No, you can't do that. Thanks, Samantha. She is in. So Derek, if you would, let's give away the 5-year, the leaderboard coin. We just talked about that. So I want to give away the leaderboard coin, a leaderboard challenge coin, if I could speak tonight.
Yeah,
so
you
get your
5-year coin, and that makes me think we should have done a 5-year coin.
We probably should have done a 5-year coin. That's okay. We'll do a 10.
We'll do it 10.
Hopefully. So, all right. Hopefully we've got a lot of people. It's Stephanie. Thank you. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Going through.
They're going through. It's spinning the wheel.
Slowing down.
Yeah, slowing down.
Oh, Audie Olson.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have one. If you happen to have, I don't think you have one, Audie, but if you happen to, let me know. We'll work something out. All right, let's move on. We'll do the other 4 here in a little bit. I got more coins and I've got some cool, other cool stuff, but we're going to jump right into the next show that's going to be featured. So if we would bring up, Geocaching with Kids, I think, is our first group. So Derek's going to bring up.
Here.
There they are.
I'm just redoing the countdown thing again, so just bear with me for 1 second.
That's okay.
Doing stuff in the background as we're doing
that.
so.
Say hi to everybody.
Go ahead.
Jess and Nikki. Hey.
Hi. Hey, everybody.
Nikki has been dancing like crazy, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. She took a 2.5 hour nap this afternoon.
Oh, she is ready.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah. The rest of us were doing robotics at the time.
Right.
She had 3 shows yesterday.
Yes. I heard about that. 3 dance recitals in one day.
How many times were you on stage?
8?
8 times.
Oh my gosh.
Good for you.
12 hours is what you were there at the Cannon Center here in Memphis. So that's where she was dancing. She was dancing at the Cannon Center, which is when you're coming over the bridge, it's that big, huge performing arts center. So she was actually out there dancing yesterday.
Incredible. So tell everybody a little bit, if they're not familiar with Geocaching with Kids. Joshua was fortunate enough to be on Geocaching with Kids. It's an audio podcast. So Derek, kind of tell people a little bit about it if they may not be familiar with it.
All right, so Geocaching with Kids is really, we talk about our mistakes. I mean, I will never forget Josh's mistake with his daughter caching. And I think we were the first ones to ever hear that publicly.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, if you haven't listened to it, go back. I'm not going to go into the story. I'm not going to embarrass Josh.
Episode 2, right? It was episode 2.
Yes, it was episode 2. So we've been doing it for a little over a year now.
Yay.
Actually, I think January. So no, a year and a half.
Yeah.
So a year and a half now. And just what we really do is share tips and tricks, just really how to help keep the kids engaged and tell you about our mistakes that we've made so that you don't happen to make those same mistakes.
Well, and you never know what's going to happen because between Nikki and, Curtis is downstairs.
Yeah.
He wasn't up for the live thing tonight.
No.
That's okay.
He's downstairs playing Minecraft. That's his latest hobby.
That's his thing.
But you never know what's going to come out of their mouths.
Yeah, it's like kids say the darndest things. I mean, that's what it is. So
maybe that's why it's good. It's not live. It's a recorded audio podcast.
Yeah, that's unpredictability of caching with kids. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had the shirt on tonight because it's the funny thing is you don't have the Geocaching with. We have the logo, the Geocaching with Kid logo, which is we all look real happy and everything like that. Well, on the back of the shirt is you got the boys running off with the cache and the entire family's chasing them. And because that's almost a lot of times what it is with kids. And I always say you can always plan the outing, but you can't plan the adventure. So that's because you never know what's going to happen when you go out there with the kids, especially.
Or even with him, to be honest.
I mean, sometimes I go rolling down hills. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to be careful when you bring a stunt man geocaching with you.
He does that all the time. I mean, I remember we had a pair of crutches in the back of our van, and that became a tot.
That was a painful tot too.
Yes, it was.
I had to put that crutch in my gut to put it into the water to reach across this little.
It was a
ditch that was full of water to get to a cache. So
hey, there you go.
Hey, you have to do what you have to do. So
use what you got.
Yeah, we had to finish the geo art.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Obviously, you're very integral into everything. We wanted to highlight Geocaching with Kids a little bit. Go check out. Go to geocachetalk.com. Thank you again, Derek, for redoing the website. It looks fabulous.
No problem.
And it's much easier, I think, now to listen to the different audio podcast of Geocaching with Kids. So
yeah, it's right down the front. You can go down there and there's the playlist for Geocaching with Kids right there on the website now.
Yep. So thank you again. And we look forward to more Geocaching with Kids down the road.
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep up the great work, you guys. A lot of times when I get comments from people, they are motivated to try geocaching because they want to do something fun with their kids. So the fact that your podcast exists is just really important because kids doing something fun with the kids is often the entryway into our great hobby. So keep up the good work.
Well, we I don't know if another thing that we get to do here this next week with our robotics is we actually get to our innovation project was something for geocaching. So we'll get to introduce geocaching to the Lego robotics worldwide.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. We get to have lots of fun with it.
The international
spreading the word. That's great.
Yes. Again, thanks so much. And everybody go out, check out Geocaching with Kids. You'll love it. It's a great production and a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. All right. Let's see where we're at.
It's been a year and a half. He said a year and a half.
It's
really
been a year and a
wonky
half
right now. Year and a half.
Real quick, if everybody, when we repopulated the giveaways, it only didn't pick up everything else. So go ahead and put in hashtag 5 years again, get the re-enter yourself. So we'll do it a little bit different. So we'll go ahead and enter it in again. And that way you're ready to go for the next giveaway as well. And now I'll jump back out.
Okay, cool. Yes, please enter hashtag 5 years and we'll give away.
Just do it twice just to be safe, or 3 times.
Put it in again for us. Thank you. Everybody's doing that. Thanks so much for everybody being on tonight in the chat room. We'll get to another one here in a minute. I want to jump in and do a couple of videos. And Joshua, I have a couple of yours, but I'm saving yours for a little bit.
Okay.
So
we're
going to get to
Anytime Gary pulls up a video, he's trying to embarrass somebody. So that's always good.
I've got a couple of videos. I've got one that was specially sent for 5 years. So we're going to play one. Jesse wasn't as familiar. I think some people, it depends on your, if you have any,
depends on your circle.
Yeah. If you've watched any of, this is NASCAR of all things, but this person is pretty famous in the NASCAR world, but he also geocaches. So Derek's going to play a video for our guest.
Hello, Geocache Talk Network. My name is Kenny Wallace. You caught me in my race shop working on my race car, and I wanted to wish you all the happiest of 5th anniversary. Congratulations, GeoTalk Network. Y'all are wonderful. I've had so much fun with Geocache. I'll never forget going behind a Lowe's home improvement center, finding something in a tree, hanging by a little string, behind a Texas Roadhouse. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Well, you know, I raced in 905 NASCAR races, and still today, I've actually found a geocache or two. Just so much fun. Well, listen, thanks, and keep those podcasts rolling. We love it. Y'all are wonderful people, and you never know. Maybe we might arrive at a geocache find together.
There you go, Kenny Wallace, ladies and
That is
gentlemen.
an animated guy right there.
I love him recounting his experience geocaching. It sounds so accurate, doesn't it?
Right.
Behind a Lowe's
near
a Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
I think I've been to that cache.
Yeah.
Yes. So great. And then another one I wanted to play we got to meet in person. Joshua, I think it was the first time maybe even you got to meet Doug in person.
Yes.
We got to meet him at Mingo Madness, and it was just it's just incredible when you know the story behind his life and his career and his experiences and learning about the history of Ms. Pac-Man, the Ms. Pac-Man game. Go check it out if you've never read about it. It's a fascinating story, and we got to meet. But I have a video. It's an older video when we've had Doug on a couple times talking about Ms. Pac-Man. We had him on for Worldwide Cache Con. We talked about other things because we've done 2 shows on Ms. Pac-Man. I really can't. although he loves talking about it. I don't want to, kill that story completely. But anyway, here's a video of us in having Doug on the show. Neat. I was just glad to have you back on and talk some great stories, Doug. You've got some great stories to tell.
Where do you like to start?
We're going to start with your days at MIT and the lead up to Ms. Pac-Man, which is a fascinating story. And I think, it's like a soap opera of sorts, I think. So I guess start with how you kind of even got involved with arcade and kind of how that all sort of began.
Sure. Well, while I was at MIT, I bought my first pinball machine. It was a Pioneer pinball machine, the old mechanical ones that had tons of wires, solenoids, and everything else, and had to be fixed almost every night. But I put it in my dorm, and it started receiving lots and lots of quarters. And I looked at it and said, this could be quite the business. So I bought a second pinball machine, a third pinball machine, and took on a partner to help empty out the quarters and to help fix them. And the business kept growing. We ended up, by our junior year of school, of having about 20 machines on campus, both pinball machines and video games, because they were just starting up. And we had our own route going and ended up pretty much paying our tuition with quarters.
Incredible.
The funniest thing is the first thing I noticed, and I almost forgot, is that was back in the Google days.
Yes. Yeah, it was Google Hangout.
Banner there. That was, and then Google was obviously written on it, but that was the fun of the Googles.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's an old video. It's funny though, if you watch it, and people who haven't watched it yet, you'll notice he has a little monster, a little Pac-Man guy behind him the whole time that's blinking. And one of the ghosts, yeah, there you go, Tom's. Yeah, one of the ghosts is named after his sister. So I don't know what to make of that. The fact that he had a sister, he didn't put he didn't put himself in the ghost, but he put his sister's name in there. So
that's a tribute. I would consider that nice.
Yeah, I think so.
If people really want to see a really high quality storytelling of sort of the story that he just told, Netflix has a great docuseries called High Score that he is on, and it's really well done, and it's just really cool. You were right, Gary. I got to meet him in person for the first time last weekend, and it's kind of surreal. I was sort of fanboying out a little bit because I never could imagine as a child when I was at the roller rink playing Miss Pac-Man that someday there would be a scenario where I would be talking to the creator of Miss Pac-Man and he wanted to get a video of me for his gift film.
So yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just cool. What a great guy. And you know what? More than even Miss Pac-Man, he's one of the most prolific geocachers in the United States. He has the most souvenirs of any cacher in the United States.
Think about that for a minute.
And he has got some serious challenges out there too.
Yes. And yeah. So I'm glad that you got to, because he was at Moga where you were at, was at Moga. So that's really cool. Did he do another drone video? Okay.
He sure did.
Be cool to see when he puts them all together.
Yeah.
He did the drone video also at Mingo Madness. So it's kind of neat to see where he's going with that. But yeah, what an incredible man. He's been able to do a lot of travel, a lot of counties, he's done a lot of countries.
Right.
That's the crazy thing. He's done Antarctica. I mean, he's done some incredible things, but such a nice guy. I mean, he's willing to, just spend time with you and talk. And it's just neat to talk to him. So anyway, yeah, there's a couple, in fact, so let's in honor of that, let's talk, let's do another giveaway. Derek, if we can, let's give away this one. So make sure you put in hashtag 5 years. If you put it in before, I think too, you don't have to, Derek, I don't know if you have to exit out. We can try that this time after you spin the wheel. I don't think you have to redo it. So
Just
I don't
spin
know.
it again.
Yeah, I think you can. Later on, we can spin it again. I don't think we'll lose anybody. But if you haven't put in, there's Wheels AZ put in CP590. Just put in hashtag 5 years. Put it in. It's okay if you put it in a second time. That's fine. It won't hurt anything. You'll only get one entry, but you can. There's DJW House in the house. So hashtag 5 years. So Drum a lot. Good to see you, UDAC, Owen. So great to see everybody. Pizza Ninja, Jinxer. It's just neat to see everybody tonight. It's really
Jinxer said, fingers crossed, prayer candle lit, 4-leaf clover in hand.
That's good. She needed that the other night, by the way. Sorry about the Avalanche. They had a little trouble winning the other night. They couldn't. I was going to send her a quick note and say, "Hey, the Avalanche are ahead." Then they immediately went down. So I was sorry. It was my fault. I was the problem there. So swinging a chicken around his head. Okay. You do you, buddy. You do you.
I'm gonna rub Signal's antenna here for good luck.
Direwolf. There you go. Rub Signal's head. All right. I think we're ready. Let's do it for the coin. There it is. It's spinning. It's spinning.
I saw my name.
I like how it even starts off fast and then slows down to really tease you at the end.
There it was.
Slows down. Dan Monroe, winner of the Ms. Pac-Man. It's actually a trackable. I mean, not trackable. It's actually a path tag, which is kind of cool. It's sort of a mini coin. So
we need to put like a whammy in there, and if your name lands on the whammy, you owe us a coin.
That's right.
You're gonna send us a coin after that.
Big money, big money, big money. Stop.
I don't think that would work out.
So way to go. All right. We're rolling on. Like I said, we got a lot to cover tonight. We're rolling. Let's bring on our next group. Maybe you're familiar with these guys. As Derek will bring up another show. Which show will it be? Which show are we going to talk to next? So,
wait.
Well, there's.
I don't know where Bounce went. I don't know where Chad ran off to.
There he is.
There he is.
Right there. What are you talking about?
He's hiding in his workshop.
He was playing with a CNC machine or a 3D printer. How many do you have 3D printers now, Chad?
Just 2.
Just 2. Okay.
Yeah, just 2.
That's
fine. You got some other toys on the way, though. I know, but
yeah.
I mean, your workshop looks so good. It looks like it's a fake background. It is so epic. Oh my gosh! Look at the Signal and Carbonite. Look at
the Signal and Carbonite is incredible.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I started making a 12-inch one, but it's not working out too well.
But still, I like it.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Awesome.
So Gary,
it's honestly too much stuff back there.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great. Look at that.
I mean, I swear, every time we have a show, I'm always sitting there in between the beginning of the show, looking back there, going, okay, what do we have new this week?
Yep. Grogu back there. I mean, he's got some great stuff. He's got a little trackable number back there. If you're really careful, you might be able to find that. That's really cool. So
yeah. So Gary, just to give you an update on if anybody has not put in hashtag 5 years, put it in, because I don't think it populates any new numbers that are coming in. So
all right,
let me refresh it, and then we'll go ahead and get everybody to repopulate again.
Okay,
so
cool.
Have to keep doing it each time.
Yep, for each giveaway, we'll have to redo a different one.
We'll remind people about it as well. We won't be doing that for a little bit, but yeah. There's Hey, he's got a Grogu as well. Look at that.
He's go shade.
No, you're
right.
Oh gosh!
Oh my gosh!
That's a great one. Wait, show that again. Show it again, Chad. That's insane. What's he doing? He's got a
Mandalorian helmet.
Got a Mandalorian helmet on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
That's awesome. Incredible. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Mando. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Hold on.
Has this just become show and tell talk?
I guess it is. Yeah. There we go.
Started a new show
It's Geek
called-
Talk. It's Geek Talk. Oh, sorry. It's Gadget Talk, not
It's
Geek
Gadget Talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Started a new show
really,
called show and
it's
tell
kind of
talk.
there.
So, from you guys' perspective, tell us what you think of how things are going with Gadget Talk.
I'll let you go, Chad.
Yeah, I think everything's going great. I'm excited that we're, I'm excited to do it still. Every month, it's tough to come up with some of the content, but it's hard to believe that we've started. What did we start in March last year?
Yeah, I think that's so. And I wasn't on the first few with you guys.
Yeah, it was just me and Chad for a little bit.
Yeah, so I love it. We're getting some great listeners, great feedback, and a lot of emails. The kits that we're selling are selling like crazy. I couldn't believe that. I actually did not expect it, so I didn't make as many as would sell. So we had to go back and reorder a bunch.
Hey, look,
Joshua has one right
Joshua's
there.
got one. Hey, show that off, Joshua.
Why haven't you put that out yet?
Look at that.
Hey, give him time.
Oh, it's too nice to put in the woods.
Put it underneath a lamppost. Make it a T1.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. For
I just got to find a big enough lamppost for it.
The June
You
challenge.
can put it on a building with a TV arm on it.
There you go. So special shout out to Dave, DJW House, for sending this to me.
He's in the house.
He is in the
so
house.
cool. And I think, gosh, that your podcast is so great because it's really intimidating for people like me that want to build really cool things to really figure it out. And the fact that you guys are doing step-by-step stuff, that's a real service to our community. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah, I would say out of all the podcasts that are currently going right now, that yours probably Gadget Talk probably has the most direct effect to caches in the field. Right, they're upping the quality of caches and putting more gadget caches out there. Because we know that people are doing it because we've seen them. We've seen the results of people posting them online and showing that they're doing it. And I guarantee you, at least half of those people, if not more, I'm trying to be nice, right, would never have put that cache out outside of the show. They wouldn't have ventured to build because, just like Joshua said, it's a little intimidating to try to build a gadget that other people are going to tear up if you don't do it right. So.
But it's been tremendous. I think from our perspective, it's been to see people. I think you guys have really improved the gadget cache world. Bell on the Move's doing. I've got to build those sound modules caches. I like that you're switching around and doing different things. It's been really great to keep up with you guys and seeing where it's going. And I tell you, one of the things that I thought was great to see was at Mingo Madness, having people bring their gadgets and just people that were interested in gadgets were all huddled in that one little area in the field there during the all the events. And to see them over there showing off their gadgets and all the cool things that were going on over there. I walked over there for a minute and did a quick video and got to see everybody talking, and so it was neat. So I
love that too. That was really cool. I had a lot of fun.
I think you guys want to do that more in the future, right? It's different events, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd love doing that. Would love Chad and I have always talked about it, doing like a workshop where, I don't know, we have kits there and people put their gadgets together or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of different things that would be a lot of fun to do at Megas or different things like that. So we're open to that. So if you want maybe like that, let us know. And your little small puppy now, Jesse's barking.
Yeah,
he wants to build gadgets too.
He does too. He's
that was definitely not my puppy. It's quite a different register on my puppy than that. So
was that yours, Josh?
That's the other dog.
No, it's my wife's dog.
Oh,
wife's dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was the one that can choke your dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he'll choke him. Anyway.
I think that idea of having workshops is fantastic because I know if I was there, I would be like calling you guys over. I'd be like, Derek, Derek, Chad, can you come over here? Because I can't figure out. I crossed the red wire with the black wire. I blew up the cache. Help me. So to be able to interact with you guys while I'm building the cache, that sounds like a great idea.
And it's really making it more accessible for a lot more people.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
and you know, that's the most exciting thing for me at events to do is actually sit there and talk to people about caches. For instance, at the Texas one, I could sit there all day long with, you know, my puzzle boxes or other people's caches and have people come up and talk to me about caches, building them, where to get ideas. I enjoy that actually more than going out and finding some of the caches.
Sure.
Yeah. And we're not perfect. I mean, we make mistakes. We screw up our caches. I mean, you saw me mess one up this last weekend, and that's something that's really cool about the community. It's like, hey, if you don't know how to do it yourself, or you screw something up, ask. And there's people out there that are willing to help you. And I have a solution to it, but you're not going to be able to see it until next week. But
he's got an idea.
Just love that the community. I mean, there's a huge gadget community out there now, starting to be a lot more. And all of us, I haven't met anybody that's not willing to help. If you have an idea to collaborate with, or even just say, hey, have you thought about this or that and everything. So it's just a lot of fun. And I really, like Chad said, I love building the gadgets. I end up building more and I don't even put them all out. So myself, so it's just fun to do. And it's actually a stress relief for me to get out in my shop and actually build something that's right here. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Puts up on the shelf with shame if not. So
there you go.
You know, it's been great to see all the people that have collaborated with you guys too over the past year. You know, it's just neat to see them be willing to jump in. I mean, Worldwide Cache Con, which we'll talk about a little later, you know, having those people on was great. Yeah, Direwolf, I want to build a gadget while standing next to Chad in his workshop. That way I can borrow all his tools. Yeah, I mean, one day I think there'll be a situation where we've got sort of a makers type thing. So we're considering something like that. It'd be kind of cool for something in the future. But anyway, well, again, thank you guys so much. It's been it's going great. We love Gadget Talk, and people check out the show and check out previous shows too. That's the great thing about having them on YouTube is if you need to build something and you didn't get to see it, you can always go back to YouTube and watch it.
Still there.
Pause it, do what you need to, and all that. So
and if you go to the website, each show has its own playlist, so you can actually pull up that type of show, and it's all right there now. So but Gary and Jesse want to really thank, and I think this comes. I'm going to probably say it before anybody else does, but sorry guys, they're coming up. Thank you for allowing us this platform with the Geocache Talk to expand and have fun and do all the different aspects that we do, from gadgets to geocaching with kids to got challenges and puzzles and all that. Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the platform through Geocache Talk to be able to expand that. I think that's something that's really unique and something that, from great leadership and a vision of you guys, that's just really special. And I think everybody in the community is getting to benefit from it. So we just really want to say thank you.
Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks, Gadget Talk. We will see you down the road. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
There they go. And on.
Joshua's got to change his props for
Joshua's switching. He's back to
bringing back Signal.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just so neat to have them on. We're going to do another couple of videos, and then we're going to get into our next group of our next show. But what I want to do is it's slightly out of order, but I really wanted, since I just mentioned about Worldwide Cache Con, we have the Gadget guys on. I do have the video that Derek made for the opening, and I thought it would be cool to watch the opening again because I loved it. And Joshua, you get to be in it too again. So what do you say?
There you go.
So we're gonna watch the Worldwide Cache Con opening.
Welcome to the Worldwide Cache Con. I'm Derek, Baker 6 Clan, part of the Geocache Talk Network. And we are so excited that you have joined us online for this very special event. And guess what? You are being joined from many others from around the world. Places like...
G'day guys, C.My Shelley all the way from Australia. And welcome to the Worldwide Cache Con.
Hi, I'm Lyric Lass.
And I'm London Westy. We're from Cache Canada.
Welcome to the Worldwide Cache Con.
Hey friends, it's Joshua, the geocaching blogger, and welcome to Worldwide Cache Con.
Woo! Yes, yes, yes! Throughout this online event, there are going to be codes that will be flashing up on the screen. And yes, those are trackable codes, and yes, you can log them. Some of those codes may give you the opportunity to be able to win a special prize. If you haven't yet gone to the website, go to geocachetalk.com/WWCC21 and check out the page and all the events that are going to be happening today. Also on that page, you'll be able to find the link to the swag that you can get for the Worldwide Cache Con. We got shirts and we got coins. And you know what? Those are some really great stuff, and you don't want to miss getting your swag for the first ever Worldwide Cache Con. Now, I hope you're excited to be with us today, because I know I'm excited, and I know the rest of the Geocache Talk Network is excited. Now, let's kick this event off by hearing from our keynote speaker, Brian Roth, president and co-founder of geocaching.com.
Yay.
That was a fun, exciting, scary thing to put on.
I knew this was going to come up, and I'm glad you asked. They are shipping this week. I think a lot of it has, some of it shipped last week. So over the next 2 weeks, they're going to ship. There was a lot of varying issues. The coins weren't made correctly the first time, and those things do happen.
Yeah.
And
a bunch of customs issues after that.
Yeah, they got into a double quarantine situation. So they are shipping. I've been told they're shipping this week. And so.
Yeah. But the good news is they're all done and they're shipping. They're all correct. They're fixed. Everything's working.
Yes. But what a crazy event. I mean, Worldwide Cache Con was something that we really didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. It could have gone horribly.
Yeah,
but people generally, we got a lot of feedback from it, and people genuinely had fun with it. So
yeah, when you guys originally told me about it, I was like, whoa, that sounds very ambitious. And I'll be honest, I had my doubts. I couldn't see the vision, but for you guys, the vision was clear. And boy, it was such a good time. Like, overwhelmingly, I can say this because I'm not a part of the network.
Right.
Overwhelmingly, the feedback was so positive, especially at a time when it happened this last winter. People were still in lockdown. Events weren't happening. It just scratched that event itch just a little bit, just enough to get us through this winter. So great job, guys. It was so fun. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Derek was very instrumental in that, as far as the production side. But you know, as you noticed, we had incredible videos. People put a lot of effort into being a part of it. We reached out, and we've got people in Spain. I mean, it could go on people in Belgium, and we had so many cool videos that we were able to sort of condense down and basically just sort of click through and let everybody see. New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and we had so many different things that we were able to cover. And we peppered in those different interviews as well, where we talked about Adventure Labs, and we covered so much. Like you said, Joshua, it was a lot to try to put in, and then have the Travel Bugs at the end do a concert was just incredible. So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I kind of piggyback on what you're saying. It was Joshua's reaction was what a lot of people's reaction was when we said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of this?" And they're like, "Explain to me again what you're wanting to do."
Say what now?
Like, yeah. Just like when we talked to HQ, right? At first they were like, "Okay, let's talk again about that and let's see what's going on." And then they jumped behind us and, helped us out greatly with it. But if it was like, we're going to throw this idea at you and it's really different, but we want to try it. And I think the biggest positive feedback that we got was from the people that were locked down. So there was a lot of people that were locked down. They're like, I just need something.
Yep.
And this gave me some entertainment for the day. You know, it's free. Everybody can do it. There was hours of it. And yeah, like Jeff said, bringing the world together, very encouraging. He was very instrumental in getting this done as well. And it was a lot of people came together. Nobody got anything out of it. Everybody just kind of came together for the community to do something good for the community. So that was very reflected in the feedback, and that made the whole thing worth it.
You guys always, I feel like you always take pride in that the show and the network is international, and you certainly pulled off that aspect of it. And that's why I think a lot of people that experienced it, even though we won't be in lockdown, that's what was so unique about it, that it was truly international. Like people that can't necessarily travel overseas, even when we don't have a pandemic. It was so cool. So the question, I'm teasing. I'm trying to get maybe Gary to spill some beans. Is Worldwide CacheCon 2 going to happen? Is the question that everybody wants to know.
You know, I don't
look
know.
at Jesse scratch his neck.
Jesse's like, he's not going to touch that one.
How about I'll say it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah.
It was positive.
Yeah, it was very positive, and I think that one of the things that you know, Derek put a couple notes in the thing is to remind us of the fact that, you know, we had over 14,000 people watch, and you know, live we had over 1,000, over 1,100 at one point, who are literally live online at the same time. But yeah, it was incredible, and especially with we talked about earlier with Brian, the fact that we were able to partner with them, and to they ran ads on geocaching.com for Worldwide CacheCon. I mean, I was blown away a couple times when you just pull up geocaching.com and boom, there's the ad in the corner. And I thought that was just really special to see that. So yeah, that
was fun partnering with them for that, you know, or whatever the legal term is. They helped us get it going.
Yeah.
You know, I understand they have to, they help out a lot of people, whatever, but, and I get it. They were like, this is kind of a crazy event. Yeah, we're going to support you, but you know, if it goes south.
Yeah.
And I have to give them props for believing in us enough to, you know, like kind of, it's totally untested. We had no idea what was going to happen, and they jumped in and trusted us enough to put out something positive. So,
yep, absolutely. All right, we're going to roll on. We're going to bring in our next show. Actually, let's do another giveaway. So I'm going to keep, let's do this one. I've got something we were just at before Moga.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a GPS maze coin.
I like that coin.
5 years. So
it's really a simple coin, but I've always liked that one.
I do too. I love it. Unactivated, obviously. Just let people know. # 5 years. If you'd like a shot at winning.
It'd be kind of funny if we gave away an activated one that we just like picked up out of a cache somewhere.
Right. So, sorry, that's mine. No, yeah, these are all not. But this is from the GPS Maze exhibit. Thank you so much, GPS Maze, for providing some fun and for giving us some extra stuff to give away coin-wise. And yeah, it was neat seeing all the people who got to go through it. This past one had a little bit of a, what am I trying to say? Escape room. Had part of an escape room.
Oh yeah, escape room was awesome at the end of it.
So that's kind of cool. So, all right, get your # 5 years in. See, Joshua's trying to win too. He's got it in there. He can win. He's not.
I can win.
Yeah, I don't have that coin. I don't have that coin, so I put my name in.
You're not part of the. You're not. Joshua can win. You cannot. Although Joshua's been on a lot. I wonder how many times he's been on. We'll talk.
This
about
is the reason I'm not on the network, so I can win.
So he can win.
Yeah.
You would lose your leaderboard status for most most
Right.
appearances.
Yeah,
Right.
there are a couple of Mays coming up. One in Ohio, one in Georgia. So if you happen to catch that, yes, Butterfly Girls hoping to see one over Labor Day. Yep. So
Do you think Brian will set up the maze in New York by himself?
but that would be funny. He's pretty fired up about that. Golai was really appreciate Golai helping out with that. They were, I'm glad they're doing the event, but I was just glad Brian. I obviously set him up for that, but
I hope his event gets approved.
Yeah, no, he's.
It might go mega now.
Yeah, probably will. Again, yeah. Hopefully, with tonight, we've had a lot of people to that. So, all right, let's give away the GPS maze. Drum roll, please. And there it goes. Oh, it's spinning. Oh, it's spinning right now. Audio listeners listening. Sorry, audio.
Oh, Geocache Talk's in there. I saw it.
I saw it. Nope.
Oh.
Oh,
Geocache Talk almost won. Did you see that?
3.9. Ed, congratulations. You're the winner of the GPS maze tonight. All right. Good job.
Wait, he gets the maze?
He gets the maze. He gets the entire maze.
He gets to store it. Yeah, he gets to store it in his garage and set it up at all events. Congrats.
Sorry. It's the way it goes. So he's pretty fired up. We got a little woohoo going here. So all right. Well, you know what? I think it's time to bring on another show. Let's bring another show on. We got so much going on tonight. It's fabulous. Thank you everybody for being with us tonight. We've got so much to do and so many things to talk about. And Derek's going to bring up, wonder what show is next that we're going to talk about. Oh, what do you know?
Oh, I was looking for Spartacus.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad
I already found him. Did you find him?
I did. That's the first thing I do. Seriously, that is the first thing I do.
I can never find him. So
me too. And check this out, Tom. Look, I won the puzzle thing this last month, so I got a gold
you got a
seal
special.
edition.
Oh man, cool.
Oh, that's what
I've only
happens
found
when you
Spartacus
win?
like 3 times, maybe ever over the years.
Double. Whoop.
What happened?
Don't want to show you my tracking code.
That's okay. Don't show the tracking code.
I'm just I'm drowning in FTF. I usually say not sponsored, but FTF is a sponsor of the show.
They're a sponsor.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe today.
Yes, subscribe. FTF Magazine. You can't go wrong with FTF.
And you know something about this in the last 2 megas that we went to, talking to people about that, and we're like, yeah, well, in the First to Find magazine, they look at, we have a magazine? Like, yes, we have a magazine. It comes out bi-monthly, so you get 6 issues a year. But the First to Find magazine is great. I enjoy it. Every issue that I've had, I've written in and had stories published in the magazine. It is very much a geocacher-based magazine.
Yes.
You send in your milestones, he'll publish them. You send in a story that is just a phenomenal, First to Find story about you going out for this epic, cache, and he'll publish it in the magazine. It's amazing how, but it surprised me now how many people didn't know that there was a geocache magazine that came out. So
no, you're right.
Go look it up. Keith puts out a quality product, and get in there and get you a subscription to it.
Yes, and if you ever have a milestone, definitely send them. The information. They will always publish your milestone.
Every single milestone they publish.
Yeah, a whole section of milestones. So those are fun to read. That's
the third place I go when I look. First is Spartacus. Second thing is to see what I wrote, and third is see if I know anybody in the milestones.
See what I wrote. See what I wrote.
See what you wrote. At least you're not vain about it, so that's good.
No, I don't remember.
All right, Puzzle Talk. Welcome.
Wait, I thought this was FTF Geocache magazine talk.
Yeah, I know. It seemed like it was for a second.
All right, so I saw us give away the Ms.
Pac-Man.
but How many people have both the path tag and the coin?
And the coin, yes.
And the coin.
Well, and the thing too, Charles, is I don't think anybody other than yourself probably can tell the story of the unique story of where you got your puzzle or your Ms. Pac-Man trackable.
So the path tag I got, it was in a cache on St. Martin in the nude beach section of Orient Beach.
Which is crazy.
And so I met Doug a couple of weeks ago at a mega event.
Yep.
And I was telling him the story about how I went to his cache on the island.
Right.
That you have to go through the nude beach to get to. And it was and so, the question came up. He was like, so did you go all natural through the nude beach? And I was like, well, of course, and so, after talking to him and sharing that story, he gifted me my,
the coin,
the trackable coin. So
Wait a minute. I've geocached nude in Florida too, and I didn't get anything.
You got a bodysuit.
Yeah. Next time I see him, I'm going to tell him I cache naked, so I can get a path tag too.
See if you get a path
tag into his cache.
Yeah, but this was his cache on the island.
Yeah, that's the key.
St. Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have to have another trip.
That's right.
But very cool. It's neat to see us giving away some of the Ms. Pac-Man swag.
Absolutely. Well, Puzzle Talk. Tell people about the show and tell everybody how you think it is going. And if you get a coin, you can solve a puzzle. You're looking down at the
Yeah, we got this figured out.
Yeah, there you go.
So I mean, Gary had approached me, right at a year ago now.
Yeah, about a year.
And had asked me, hey, are you interested in doing a show on puzzles? And I was like, yeah, I'll go on and do a show about puzzles. No big deal, It's another Sunday show based on puzzles. And he was like, yeah, Tom's gonna be on there. I was like, yeah, cool. It wasn't until much later that I realized, oh, he wants to do like a separate show of just puzzles.
Didn't Laura figure it out? I think your wife was like, hey, I think Gary wants you to be on like for
all
real
the time, forever.
On a pretty regular basis.
Right.
Yeah, she had asked me, she's like, so is this like a every week thing? And I was like, no, surely not. This gotta be just he can't want me on every week. Like, that's ludicrous. But it has been a blessing. I've shown up to in person to 2 of the 3 megas that have happened so far this year, and I'll tell you, in a bunch of the shows here locally, now that I've moved down to Phoenix and we've been having shows, and I wear my Puzzle Talk shirt.
Puzzle Talk.
And, people look at the puzzle on the back. People have talked about the puzzle that we have on the back of the Puzzle Talk coin.
Yep.
So we've got a puzzle there, a puzzle on the shirt, and whatnot. And people have come to me and said, hey, so I'm having a problem with this puzzle cache, and, it has been, outside of the mega event in Texas that I go to all the time.
Yeah.
But now getting into some of these other events, across the country, and I have people who are like, oh, hey, it's that guy from the YouTube show, and
you're like, what?
And so it's kind of neat to be recognized and to have people who are like, hey, I watched your show. The show that you had on, this really helped me out because I was struggling with this puzzle, and you guys gave me the tips and hints and tricks to solve it. So it's really been kind of cool to get out in the public and see that, and see where people have benefited from the show. We've got a couple of people who have emailed in, and said, hey, this puzzle or a puzzle like this, or here's an idea for the show. And it's really been kind of neat to see how this thing has evolved, because you get a lot of people who are just scared to do puzzles. They're intimidated by it. They don't know where to start. They don't know. They'll look at it and it looks like Greek, and it might be Greek, but just doing the show with you and Tom has just been one of those things that, going out and meeting people, they're like, yeah, that show you did on this has either given me the idea to put a new puzzle cache out, or has helped me solve these puzzle caches that I put on a back burner, for a while. So I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Me and Tom are getting ready for a show here in a couple of days, and it's been wonderful roller coaster, but it's like Derek said, it's been a blessing that you and Jesse have asked both of us to be on the show, and we're blessed to be here and proud to be putting out a quality product that geocachers can sit down and enjoy and learn from, and find where puzzle caches are not so intimidating for them anymore.
Yeah. One of the things that I've really appreciated about you guys, and I've been hanging around, is I'm learning so much as well. Just it's fun to I can't necessarily be on every show, but I've really enjoyed sort of being able to be the other guy in the room who does like, what? I could be the guy asking the questions about them. But one of the things that I really appreciate is that it's not a puzzle solving hour. That's not what we wanted to do, but we wanted to go through the tools, and it's really good. Jinxer, I was not all into puzzles until I started listening to Puzzle Talk. Now I think I have more puzzle hides than not. Just published one last week. I attempted a lot more. Thank you, Jinxer 05. Appreciate you.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. And it's something just to see how the two of them interact together. And I want to ask Tom some questions as well, but it's been fun though that the format is so great and you guys do such a great job, and the tools you go over, and with the help of like Jeff May and his Wikibrew site, I always call it that. He's got a new name for it. It's the Cache the Line for his for the tools. And Jeff will put it in the chat room for us too, which I always bring that up too. There we go. Tools.cachetheline.net. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Go check out tools.cachetheline.net. Great resource for tools. But Tom, you've been doing puzzles, or publishing puzzle information in Back to FTF magazine, but what's it like to have kind of switched from doing it for a magazine and doing it for a podcast?
Well, the first thing is writing it on paper. I can edit it a little bit and take out the stupid stuff, crazy stuff I say. When you invited me to be on a live podcast, even just on the regular show, it was like, you gonna let this loose cannon out? Okay.
That's right. Absolutely.
And sometimes I surprise myself with what I'm saying,
Yeah, but you two are providing a great resource to people though, because I know a lot of cachers that don't even touch puzzles. They're just too scared to even, they just automatically skip over them, and y'all are kind of opening that world up to a lot of people.
You got to at least look at it.
It's a good question. I don't know who's logged more. Do you guys know who's logged more?
You even know how many you logged, each one of you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, there you go. Probably, yeah. But the interesting thing though is the two of you guys together. It really is it's a great team. There are I just to pull the curtain back a little bit, maybe spill the beans some, but it's fun to watch the two of them because I'm on their we have a little small group. Each show has a different little messenger group. They talk to each other about upcoming shows, and it's fun to have them to listen in a sense to their interactions between the two of them. Like, okay, what do you want to cover this time? Do we want to wait on that? And they kind of plan out, is this the time to bring up this, or should we go this route? And it's kind of fun to go, ooh, I like all that, which doesn't really help because I'm not really like, yes, let's do them all. They're like, well, hang on now, let's go this route for a while. So lately, I've just kind of I've been stepping back and just listening to them, and they've got again another cool show for Tuesday. I'm really fired up to see what happens. And when we did the coin and just kind of let people just remind them these are all going away. Well, yeah, the black coin's not in here because it's not going away, but all the other coins are going away. This is my one.
They're not going away. We're just not going to continue to produce them.
That's right. They're going away as far as you getting to buy one. So that's my one pitch for the night is go to the website, go to the store, buy you a coin. Pizza Ninja. Oh, that's perfect on his GC Talk bingo card. It's probably a free spot. I don't know.
Yeah, just about a free spot.
But when we first coming up with Puzzle Talk coin, it was like, guys, we got to put a puzzle on there. Like, okay, we'll get it done. And it's a cool puzzle. It really is it's not some simple Route 13 yada yada. It's kind of a tough puzzle. To be honest, it's really cool. So
I already solved it, and the answer is drink more Ovaltine.
Oh, give it away. So, dang it,
you got to make another coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah. Incredible. So, again, thank you guys so much. Puzzle Talk. We look forward to more coming up. And
Gary, you said you were only going to be on for like 2 or 3 shows, and then I don't know. I'm gonna think you're afraid to leave us without adult supervision.
That's probably
which is
right.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird minds. You never know what's going to happen. So
I told him from the beginning. I said, "You can kick me out any time, but I'm just loving it so much." I was like, "Can I stick around?" And I try to keep my mouth shut most of the time and just listen. So,
all right. So real quick to answer KC11's question.
Yes.
Right. This one. I'm not counting headquarters because headquarters counts as a mystery type cache.
That's true.
I found 404 puzzle caches or mystery caches. Right. So 404, not counting HQ. So I'm sure that Tom has me well whooped in this arena.
1,242 with a whole lot more solved, but not found.
Oh yeah, my solved list is forever long, but yeah, 404. So Tom's tripled up on me,
but still incredible.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Now some of those could be challenges, like we'll probably talk about in a little while too. But.
Yeah, we might. You never know what show will be next, but again, thank you guys so much. Thanks, Puzzle Talk, and we'll see you guys Tuesday. Everybody, tune in Tuesday night. Puzzle Talk, even if you're just a beginner or if you're more advanced, whatever level you're at, there's always something on Puzzle Talk for you. So
right before we kick them off, I'll make them both feel bad and tell them I've done 2,400 puzzles, but go away.
Wow, there you go.
Actually, that's a lie. Most of those are challenges. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. The mysteries. All right, we're still rolling along, trying to keep things flowing. I guess we'll do another giveaway, and then we'll have something else for. So Joshua's ready with his hashtag 5 years. So put in your hashtag 5 years, everybody. Oh wow, 3,000 for Somebody just flowed by.
Oh, there's some people that have solved a lot of or found a lot of puzzles out there.
No, that's awesome. So definitely join us and contribute. We always pull up the live chat room, and it's always enjoyable to.
Look at Bounce put his name in the hat too.
Yeah, what's he doing? And Tom.
Tom,
you guys can't win.
You can't win, Tom.
Golly, they do need adult supervision. So,
well, it's still
great
going
to
up,
see.
so give it a second.
Yeah, no, I want to wait a second, but I appreciate. I love seeing everybody put a hashtag 5 years because I get to see their names come across, and it's been wonderful.
Oh yeah,
to see everybody. So many patrons, so many just supporters of the show. Charles, he had to do it too. He did it.
Hey, Christy counts. She's a listener, not a yeah. Come on, Christy, get that coin.
And we're actually going to do a coin. We got one other. We got two more giveaways. So hey, there's a dare. All right. So I've got a Mardi Gras coin that we're going to be giving away here in a minute. So if you're interested, I've got. So there's the coin.
It's a cool looking coin.
It is a very cool looking coin.
You should try to hold it so it looks like you have the mask on your face.
I know you like that. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Let's see.
Oh, you got to bet. You got to go out.
Yeah, you got to get it closer to the camera. Yep, closer, higher, a little closer.
Oh,
to the camera.
I see. Yep.
A little closer to the camera. A little closer to the camera. Higher, a little higher. Low. That's perfect.
And a little bit disturbing.
There we go.
That was compelling audio for our drive to work listeners.
While we're getting everybody to a hashtag 5 years, this was given to me by the good folks in Homa. And Joshua, you've spent some great time in Homa. Yes, it is a cool coin. Thanks, Chris, for being on. Chris, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Go check out Treasure. I just sent somebody to go watch Treasure the other night. What you got there?
Look at it.
That was a nifty
2-page ad of Homa.
That's awesome. Yes,
it looks like an article. But, it's an ad, but yeah, I've been there twice. Great people, great caching, and just really unique surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the Bayou country. It's a really unique geocaching experience. Great food. It's a fun place to visit.
And such a great, it's pretty much a really good setup too, right? As far as the way they've got the geo tours laid out.
Yeah, definitely someplace I want to go visit.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there, but I think they continue to refresh and expand their geo tour, which is cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shelly's the one I told to watch Treasure, Chris, and thank you to Treasure as well. Our 5 years, Direwolf. Come on, that they've been in a new pair of shoes. But yeah, we'll talk about Treasure here in a second. Let's do the giveaway and then we'll
spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. There goes. It's spinning right now. There go the names. Let's hope it's not one of the network people because that's not really going to count. And you can't win twice tonight. So, there we go. Somebody new. Geocacher Ken, you are a winner. And I should have mentioned this before, but if you don't think I have your mailing address, please email it to geocachetalk@gmail.com, your mailing address.
Or Jesse gets to keep your coin.
Or so mail us if you're a winner. Email me your mailing address so we can give away, so I can send it to you. All right. Real quick about Treasure, since we're doing 5 years, one of the things we did really early on our 5-year journey was to partner up with Chris Williamson. He's in the chat room tonight.
He's in the chat room tonight.
Yeah, and to really get behind Treasure, the movie. It's been a great ride with with Chris and the movie. We had on 3 of the stars of the movie. We had Chris on to talk about the making of it. It really is a really well done, geocaching themed movie. I mean, it was really well done. It's it's a clean movie. The whole family can watch. I still, to this day, in fact, the other day I sent someone to watch it with the whole family. So, Chris, it has been wonderful. Thank you, my friend, for being a supporter of Geocache Talk. Put us in the movie, even. I mean, several of us. Josh is in the credits. Different people are in the credits, which I think was Chris didn't have to do that, but he really wanted to do something to be a give back to us. And yes, the hidden trackables and treasure.
That was cool.
Is awesome.
It's pretty cool because I'll just say it. I have the first trackable that's shown in the movie.
Yes.
And I still, Chris is in the chat. I still get hits daily on that trackable. I'm looking at the coin right now. So how cool. I have a coin in my collection that's in a movie. And another thing that's really cool is how accessible the movie is, because I think it's on Amazon Prime right now. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it as a part of your Prime membership. How cool is that?
Yes. Yes, we were in an outdoor theater. Tom was there.
The drive-in. The
drive-in. Showing it at the drive-in was incredible. That's been really love the trackables. Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
And an indoor theater as well.
Yeah. Indoor theater at Moga.
That was so fun. At having Chris there in an indoor theater at Moga. That was really cool.
Yeah, we did a little Ask the Director.
Yep.
That was wonderful, having it in the theater. Incredible. Yeah, first screen was in good old Texas. Yes, Chris, that was wonderful. Actually got him on the phone for a little bit, and we were able to talk in the loudspeaker. It's just incredible to watch it, and that's my one crazy surreal moment is we're watching it in the ending, and I did not know that he'd put us in the credits. So I'm staring up, I'm on the, I'm not in the car at the moment. I'm staring up at the screen, and there's my name on the screen. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So, and different people got through there. So that was really, really great. So, all right. We got so much more to cover. Stick with us tonight. We're going to go a little longer tonight, but that's part of the 5th anniversary, right? Let's talk about, just spin the be careful though, but don't hurt Signal. But
I don't. He's precious though.
Signal bobblehead. All right, let's talk to another show possibly that we've got going on. So, look, oh my
they
gosh,
are
here. All right. Challenge Talk.
Yeah, something very near and dear to my heart.
There they are. They're just the other day completed show 12.
Yeah, we're coming up on 1 year of Challenge Talk.
That's awesome.
Time flies.
Yes.
Only 12 shows, but 12 months and 1 whole year.
Yes. Yeah, it's been great. You two have really done a great job. I'll be honest. We again, it's just different. You two have actually never met in person, right?
No, we've been at the same event, but we've never met.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And so it's been fun to, see if the experiment would work, and it did. It's been very successful. From our perspective, we've and we'll get y'all's perspective on it as well. But from our perspective, it has been a tremendous success. Jesse can speak to it as well. So I'll turn.
Yeah, now I think for your year anniversary, you're going to have to bring Emily. You're going to bring your dad back on the show.
I was
your paparazzi in the back.
I was just showing my in-laws that footage today at lunch. We were remembering all my family walking back and forth
They were so proud
behind
of
me,
you.
but especially
was
my
great.
dad taking all those pictures. Yeah, that was just great.
It's been a good, and I'll let y'all go, right? But I have to say it's been a good deeper dive into challenges than I've seen anywhere. Like you talk about the checkers, you talk about a lot of things. You have the wheel, and I don't want to talk over you, right? Obviously I love challenge stuff. So for me, it's kind of really getting to geek out with a really, really specific niche or something. And y'all are doing a great job. Y'all are killing it for sure.
You wrote the book on it. So, I mean, come on, you gotta, go get the book.
Yeah. So I am a little jaded. I want to hear anything challenge related. So it's great for me to get to listen to that stuff.
So both of y'all give us your perspective on Challenge Talk.
Well, I remember thinking back to day one and making this little comment. Hey, I think there'd be a good podcast topic to talk about challenge caches. And I think as soon as I said that, Jesse's ears perked up. It's like, oh, it was already in the books. As soon as it was mentioned, boom, we're doing it. And so, yeah, we moved forward with that, and it was great. And I still have, I know when we moved forward, I was like, okay, I've got to have something in the background. So I still have my little constructed medallion.
That's great.
Awesome.
Thinking of hanging it on the back wall and putting the tracking code on there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I want one.
So Emily, what's your do you remember the day I said, hey, I want you to be on Challenge Talk?
Yeah, I about freaked out. I'm like, is this serious? I'm like, I would love to do this. I would love to be a part of Geocache Talk Network. This is a phenomenal network, a phenomenal team, a phenomenal community. And as soon as we started the show, we had a fan base. Our chat room was full. It was full of dedicated people. You couldn't ask for more, and that's part of what I love about Challenge Talk podcast.
Yeah.
The chat room is full every time. I love hearing what people are saying. And a unique feature of our show is we're constantly featuring what our viewers and listeners are doing, which is awesome because we're getting contributions from around the world about what's going on in the world of challenges. And it's so inspiring. After every show, I'm so ready to go out there and try to come up with an idea based on something I heard on the show.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what it is for our community as well. So I love community, and it's one of the best parts of being on the show.
Yeah,
I think
like she was.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying the word that you said that was so correct and right on was inspiring, because for people who have been geocaching a long time, I think challenges are really the path to keep pushing people forward, so it just doesn't become just a regular day of caching, but it's inspiring and it's motivating to hear about all these challenges. And when I hear about them on the show, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that now too. So great job. As far as it's like the engine. It's the engine of geocaching to keep people moving forward, especially people that have been caching a long time.
Right. Yeah. And this past week, our guest, I can't Sloth 96, I can't quote it exactly, but he said it's taking geocaching from being opportunistic to being strategic. And that's wonderful. Yeah. It's either a jump start for a newbie who might be a little afraid, or can open their eyes up to, wow, this is so much more than a container in my local park. And yeah, for the folks who have been doing it forever, it gives us a whole nother idea on how we keep this game fresh.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say too that I've noticed, and this is not against anybody else, but the people that are in your live chat audience, because you don't hear everybody else, right? But the live chat audience, I think they're probably at least as educated about the topic as you could possibly expect. Like, you really know all the details. When y'all bring something up, it's rare that they're like, everybody's flabbergasted, right? They're like, yeah, I'm into this, and here's some other details, and they really are. And maybe that's just the nature of the challenges, but they seem to really be into it. And there are some new people in there too, but there's some in there that are just, they know all the nuts and bolts of it, and it's pretty impressive to see them helping each other in the chat room as well.
Sure, it's pretty niche, but it's exciting. For those who for us who are into it, it's very exciting.
Well, and like you mentioned with the network, it's like every show kind of has its own unique twist. And I think our topics are so distinct that there isn't really too much, well, there's crossover, but like there's not too much connection. So people can enjoy all these different topics. And just like Puzzle Talk has the regular puzzles or the puzzle on the shirt, we do those monthly challenges. And I mean, we only have one show per month, so it's not a weekly show. But that I think that gives a lot of time for people to look towards the challenges to try to complete through that month. So it like gives people more time to focus on goal-oriented caching. And we love to highlight those every month as well, like just to show what people have accomplished, the variety of caching that's out there. Yeah.
And even your experts that are in your chat room, though, like one thing I have to praise all the chat rooms for this is there's some real experts that there's some people out there that blow us all away, right? That are super knowledgeable about stuff. But there's never a bullying situation in any of our chat rooms.
No,
brand
never.
new people come in and they're super willing in every one of the shows to help somebody new out, and they kind of regulate it all themselves. You know, the fear with doing anything live is that you're going to have some weirdos show up, right? And that's really not an issue we've come across. We have people are all good in there. They help each other out. There's no like flame wars going on. There's none of that stuff. It's really a community in the live chat.
Been incredible.
I appreciate all of our participants. Half of our show is about our participants and our community. So keep it coming. Stay with us. Brag on yourself. You know, we all like to do that, and this is the forum to do that for challenges.
Yeah.
Been perfect. You guys have been great, and thank you for sticking around a little bit later tonight as we go through and talk. It has been what we weren't. Jesse and I were sure of the people we wanted, but we weren't quite sure if it was all going to come together. We were like, well, let's give it a try.
Yeah. We really wanted it to happen. We
did.
just had to find the right suckers. I mean, the right host to sign on the line for us. And we're super happy with how it's turned out. So we want to thank you a lot. And obviously, I'm a big fan. You know, I love the challenges, but I like the fact that you're spreading the word of challenges to more and more people, and and not at a level where people that are coming in new to it or a little scared of them can't absorb it. So that's perfect.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We want to try to make it so it's at least relatively accessible to people.
Right.
We don't want it to be like super advanced and technical that if you watch it, you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm still learning, like a lot of our topics, it's news for me. And so I'm learning in the live show alongside our viewers. Because Jeff knows a lot more than I do about certain things. So it's good for me too.
That's what really makes those really work well, is the fact that, you know, Jeff might have been around a while longer, but it really helps to have Emily there because the interaction between the two, Emily can go, wait a minute, hold on, go back a minute. Let's talk about this a little more because you know, I think it really helps as a sounding board for each of them to go through, and it really helps, I think, the whole thing in the community then, as they interact with the show as well, can kind of, they feel comfortable going, okay, I understand part of it. Can you explain more? And that really, I think, helps everybody because, like you said, Jeff, it's not meant to go over anybody's head, but it's not just covering. It's very much similar to Puzzle Talk in that we wanted to, and you guys do such a great job of covering a wide range of not only maybe the folks that are just kind of just on the fringes learning about challenges and how they can even log a challenge versus those kind of in the middle are like, oh, I want to hide a challenge. And then you got others who are like, okay, I've done this for a while now, but I'm, need some additional, more advanced help. And you guys cover such a wide range of topics.
Yeah, great job. That's what we want to say. Great job.
It's been
Well,
great.
thanks again for having us in the network.
Thank you too so much, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, y'all. Well, we are
lots of shows.
We got a lot of shows. We've had a great night. We're still going, so we got one more giveaway here in a little bit. But I want to do some videos. We haven't done some videos in a little bit, and I want to focus more on our co-host.
Oh,
so I know you. And I appreciate what's funny about it too is that make sure you do your hashtag 5 years. So put that in again, please, in the chat room. Hashtag 5 years, and that'll get you an entry in the next giveaway here in a moment. But what's interesting too is I don't think people know this, Joshua, but you like listen to the show every week, all the shows, right? So you're like you're like a fanboy.
Oh, for sure. I have to admit, though, I am an audio listener, so I just want to give a little shout out, and I want to give a little love, to the audio listeners, the people that watch it. I could watch it live, but I look forward to it because I need something as I'm going to work. So it's kind of fun to look forward to your commute in traffic, at least for me in traffic.
No, exactly. I appreciate that, and I do want to mention. For those audio listeners, again, you're like the heart and soul of Geocache Talk. The audio, we have so many audio listeners, and I think we forget that. I mean, the live show is I feel like it's incredible. People love it. Having the live chat room.
But there's more than just a live show, right? Like, we forget because there's so many active people in the chat room that have been in there for years. They've literally been in there for years, weekly, and we almost forget sometimes. As a matter of fact, Gary and I have to keep reminding each other, hey, there's also the audio side, so we got to describe some stuff every once in a while. But we forget about that side sometimes because we get so caught up in talking to the people live and everything, and we really have to recognize that there actually is more audio listeners than there are live listeners. So,
yeah. We're going to, in fact, if you want to, audio listeners, if you want to send in an email this week before the next show to geocachetalk@gmail.com, really hope the audio listeners will do this. Send us a quick note. Tell us when you first heard, maybe if you remember your first show that you listened to, or send us a note about which show you liked the most. They're all on there, so we do post all the shows. We'll do a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway for all the audio listeners in this coming week. So get it in before the next show, and we'll give away a prize for our audio listeners. But we appreciate the audio listeners. They are the anchor of Geocache Talk. And we also love the live watchers of the show as well. So, all right. I want to show some more videos. So, Joshua, your first official episode of Geocache Talk.
Yes.
We got a little snippet of that. So
you do. Okay.
Eric, show me that, please.
But first, tell everyone how things are going. You've been vlogging for how long? And oh my gosh.
Well, let's see. It's been a while. So February 4th will be my 6 years. 6 years of putting out geocaching videos. At least I have not missed a week. At least one video a week for 6 years.
That's awesome.
And I honestly, I cannot believe that. A, that it's been 6 years, and B, that I've been able to keep up. But it's been that long. It's going great. It's especially great when I have opportunities to do some different things. So I cannot believe, I had YouTube comments for years that are saying, please come to Australia, come to Canada, come to Poland, come to all these places. And I'm like, someday, hopefully I'll get there. I never thought in my wildest dreams that the first geocache that I find outside the United States would be in South Korea. That was off my radar. So when I had the opportunity to do that, when I had the opportunity to go to South Korea, I didn't even have to ask my wife. I was like, yes, I will. And I'll ask permission later.
Yes, that's awesome.
Wow, what a time travel. And look, I filled up my bookshelf.
Yes, you have. That's what we're saying.
Not empty anymore.
And now I have a claw machine and a signal of
I know.
fraud. Wow, I've come so far.
Yeah, it's funny. People are Coon and Bud said, he says, look at the empty shelf. So
I think I recently, when I was on that video, I think I recently just moved into this office because I think this used to be a bedroom. So
Right.
I think this is I've clearly fully moved in now.
Yes, you have. And still going. That was year 6. And we
Yep.
just passed year 10.
Just past year 10. Yeah, still going, still posting at least one video every week. It's
commitment.
really unbelievable. And I mentioned Korea there, but now since then I think I hadn't been to Germany at that point. So since then I've had 2 trips to Germany. I've been to exciting bus trip with a bunch of Germans in the Pacific Northwest, and then of course Brazil. So some really cool things have happened since even then.
That was show 15.
Wow.
But I did go back through and because you're always like, I wonder how long I've been on the show quite a few times. I wonder if
I just want to know if I've beat Treasure the movie, because Treasure the movie, Treasure might have me beat a movie.
No,
now does it count if it's been mentioned or actually a treasure actor or director?
It has to be a treasure guest.
Okay, treasure guest.
I think so. Because I know it's been mentioned even more.
Oh yeah.
So tonight, Joshua, your total is now. That was before tonight. You were at 15.
Okay.
You are now at 16 shows that you have been on.
Wow.
So does that include Podcast of Hope?
Yeah. Do I get 2? But do I get 2 appearances on Podcast of Hope? Because I'm usually on for 2 hours.
Yes. No.
If you haven't noticed, you've been on for 2 hours tonight, Josh.
Yeah, you've been on 2 hours tonight.
That's true. This is considered one show. But you break up Podcast of Hope into.
I do, but no,
not
those
till
are
later though. That's after the fact.
Yeah, Josh wins. Now, what's interesting, Josh? I don't know. Maybe you can tell people what your thought is of what the little 2. I got a little. Can you tell people what you think that those 2 little side ones are?
I'm guessing that's just when I have the link and I just decide to jump in with no permission.
No, there's that with we had you on with Flieger. You jumped on that one.
Just jump in.
Yeah, no, those
That's
are
a surprise guest.
Those are cache and release episodes.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I had Josh on when I was back on cache and release, which they're not easy to find anymore. If you happen to find an episode, but yeah, my first swim in podcasting was on a show called Cache and Release, and I got Joshua to be on. I had him on a couple times on Cache and Release, so that's what those other my little 2 notes were on that.
What's kind of fun about Geocache Talk is, I don't know if people realize this, but Geocache Talk is kind of like a spin-off show. Like Happy Days has like Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
And so Geocache Talk, you actually spun off from Cache and Release.
We're a spinoff from Cache and Release.
Yeah. And thank goodness, unlike Happy Days,
yes,
you guys have not jumped the shark yet.
We have. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's
yes.
good to know.
But when Vlogger Talk comes out, or when the Show and Tell podcast featuring the Geocache Vlogger comes out, that might be
it.
Actually jump the shark, so never do that.
Right. Okay, good deal. All right, one more video I want to show, because like you said, you've now been able to travel a little bit other than getting out there. And yeah, we got one more giveaway. We'll talk about that here in a second. So stick with us. We're going to do that here in a minute. But I want one more video to show. So Derek, show the bananas.
As I approach, so the trail gets a little bit thinner as you get closer to the ape cache, which is really cool because it feels a little bit more Indiana Jones-ish.
Right. Love it.
It feels a little bit more remote. And I was a little bit selfish in that moment. I was just kind of like, up to that point, other people were kind of leading the way. And I was just like, guys, talking to my German and my Swiss friends,
right?
Are you okay with me for this one, just taking the lead? And they were great with it. So I got to be the first one. I got to be the first one to have my eyes look upon the glory of that gigantic ammo can. And
where is it? I can't seem to find it. Where's
yeah, it's obvious.
If people don't realize, one thing also people may not realize, yes, ammo can, but we're talking like large, beyond what people think about an ammo can being. I mean, it stands up like 3 feet off the ground. I mean, that's how large it is.
Yeah, it's one of the really big ammo cans, and it was sitting behind a tree. And yeah, I grabbed that thing, and as you can see in the pictures, I'm hugging it and giving it a kiss, and you realize I thought, when I thought that this would be on my bucket list, I thought, you know what, I might get to this when I'm an old man, right? I might get to this in retirement. So the fact that I had the opportunity, it was a very surreal feeling as a geocacher to actually be there, because I got there way sooner than I ever thought I would. So I was so happy. My heart was beating, and I began almost contemplating. I'm like, where do I go from here? Like, what can I do from here that is in geocaching that is gives me this sort of high?
Yeah.
So I was just reveling in the glory
moment.
Moment. Yeah.
What's interesting too, and you sent some photos. I'm gonna show a couple photos here in a second, but that's the other thing is a couple of things that everybody talks about, and you get to experience it, which was the logbook. People write, short stories,
right,
in the logbook. I mean, they which is nice, but how much time did you spend? Like, did you read through a few pages and go, oh my gosh, I could spend like several hours reading all these?
I was really nervous the whole time I was there, because I was very aware of I had to capture it for the YouTube channel, right? So I kept on. I should have had a checklist. I'm like, what do I need to film here? Like, I'm not going to get this chance to come here again. So what do I need to capture here so I don't miss anything? Because they're
incredible.
That was a really cool trip. Recommended. Highly recommended.
Highly recommended. Did you ever imagine that you would get to be at the other ape cache?
I would have never thought that would be possible. When I found out about the ape cache in Washington, I literally was like, I need to go find that. And then when I realized there was one in Brazil, I was like, wouldn't that be amazing? But that's not going to happen. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that became reality, oh my gosh, it's maybe, if not the top of my list of geocaching adventures, it's certainly in the top 3 for sure.
No,
it has to be in the top.
Yeah.
Well, and just the fact that you had to stop and start. I mean, you were going to go and you didn't get to go, and then you got to go. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, let's not talk about that. If you want to hear about that, download the episode and
go listen to the episode on that. So, all right, we're gonna do our last giveaway. We want to do that now.
Might as well do the last one.
So, hashtag 5 years, and it's a Hall of Fame. There it is. It's our Hall of Fame. There's not many of these, by the way, available. I bought some extras, and this is one of the extras. It's the Hall of Fame trackable.
Wow.
For Geocache Talk in the Hall of Fame induction in 2020. Here's our Hall of Fame. Texas Geocaching Association gave us an induction.
I'm going to point out to everybody else that there's 2 names on that, yet it does not leave Texas.
It hasn't left yet.
I'm just going to say.
It will. It will.
Yeah, you say that every time, and you conveniently forget to bring it with you when we meet somewhere.
So the ammo can induction. So put in your hashtag 5 years. Go ahead.
I have all the Geocache Talk path tags.
Yes.
So I thought.
So
I've never even seen that one before.
That's a very, very limited one.
Did you only make 50 of them or 100 or what?
They
made them.
Oh, they made them.
Yeah, the TXTA makes those, and then you get to buy them. So I bought a handful, and that was it. I mean, they're very rare. So this will be a good item to have if you're a collector of things. And yeah, if you're if you have, it's more rare than the green coin. So yeah, Christie's. Yeah, I know. Yes. Okay.
That is true. The Moga cup is expensive to ship.
I saw that Moga cup somewhere online recently, in fact.
I gave it a little hug this last weekend
and sent it on its way.
I did not win it, but I gave it a hug.
You got a medal, though.
I did. I got second place in my age division in individuals, which was actually a surprise. That's another story. I wasn't even going to try.
That's for another show.
Yeah, that's for another show. That's for my 17th appearance.
Yes. All right. Let's do it. Let's do another hashtag 5-year giveaway. Let's spin that wheel. And there it goes. There it goes. It's
saw me.
Funny.
I saw my name.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win it? Oh, it's gonna be. Who's gonna win?
Oh! You had to respin that one.
Push the button again. Spin it again.
We have it, so obviously spin it again.
Thank you for that. All right, here we go. We're spinning again. We're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning. It's going. It's going. It's going. Who's going?
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Chris.
Chris. There you go.
Yay!
Yeah. Awesome.
Chris wins the path tag for that. So
he deserves it. He deserves it. How many people do you know have made a geocaching movie? He deserves all the things.
He does deserve all the things. It's incredible.
A true geocaching movie, one person that we know of.
And the whole treasure thing, the coin, the movie, everything was great. So
yeah, lots of fun.
Well, I think we're at a point where we can start to wrap up, right?
5 years. 5 years.
5 years. I do want to mention a couple highlights. Jesse, why don't you also mention a couple? Everybody can kind of mention their things that come to their mind. That one of them, of course, was Podcast of Hope. Has been incredible.
Oh yeah.
We raised $10,000 last year for St. Jude. Joshua, thank you so much for being a part of it since the beginning. We've had a great time on that. I do have one more video. I actually cut it down. So I want to show the video with you and us on with Jim O'Hare, because for us to be, he's A-list, man. The dude was on Parks and Rec. To have him on has just been was incredible, that he was willing to come back on after we did Cameo with him, and he
donated.
Yeah, and he donated $500 to St. Jude that night.
Just right there on the spot.
Yeah. So let's show that one real quick. Main character. Somebody pops in. You had some great.
And I can tell you that a lot of that is because of Amy Poehler, because Amy really believed that was an ensemble show. That was not the Amy Poehler show.
Right.
That was an ensemble show, because Amy doesn't have that. There's some egos out there that can be tough. That's not Amy. Amy wanted a funny show with funny people. And so her goal was that we would all shine.
Perfect.
Hey, Jim, before you go, this is Joshua Johnson. I just want to say I met you last month with my son at GalaxyCon, and he said you give the best hugs ever.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's awesome.
Chris Pratt always said I gave the best hug.
It's true. It's confirmed. And I just want to say to everybody that's watching, Jim is a genuine guy, a big heart. And I just want to thank you to come on this show. It was great meeting you last month, and thanks for being here.
Oh, he's the real deal.
Yeah, it was cool.
Awesome. You got to meet him.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. So, Jesse, what are your?
If I had to, outside of Podcast of Hope, I can't pick any one of my favorite things, right? Because Podcast of Hope is it. That's the fact that we get to raise money for St. Jude every year. I'm blown away every year because it keeps going up every year what people donate. But you stole that one, cheater. So
I'm sorry.
If I was going to pick anything that kind of surprised me when we met at Geo Woodstock and talked about doing this podcast. I'm the same as many other people. I thought, this sounds like something fun to do. Let's see what happens. It's not going to last very long anyway. So let's just see what happens. And, my thought process was like, I like geocaching. I like to talk about it and learn about it. So, I know stuff. Let's get on here. And I never realized how much it would help me really learn and about the game continually over 5 years. Which seems odd. Like we're on the podcast, but we learn more than we ever, we get the opportunity to learn so much because there's so many people that are specialized in different things. But really the biggest part of it, besides getting to go caching and go places, and we've said this many times, is we get to meet people everywhere we go that are really into the game and genuinely nice people. And it's like a conversation starter, and if you meet a geocacher anywhere, you've got a new friend to talk about your weird little hobby together. Right.
Yep.
And through this, we've had opportunities to meet people all over the place. And that's been the neatest thing for me over the years, besides just being able to give something back. Although I don't feel like I've tipped that scale. Like I've always wanted to give something back to geocaching because it gave so much to our family. But I feel like I'm still getting more out of it than I'm ever giving back. So I'll stick around until I get fired. I love it. We've had a lot of fun with this show.
That's great. Yep. Well, I'm seeing everybody down there. Should we bring everybody back in to say goodbye? Is that our?
Sure. Can I say one more thing though?
Yeah, go for it.
Before we do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Just because I am the only person that is not officially part of the Geocache Talk Network. So I sort of feel like I represent all the fans, all the people that are over down here and that watch every week and listen every week in their cars. So just on behalf of all the listeners, to both of you in particular, thank you so much for the hours and hours of entertainment, of inspiration, of information. Thank you in dreaming big. You guys dream big. Sometimes I think you dream, like with Worldwide Cache Con, I'm like, whoa, is that gonna work? You dream big with guests and the variety and the fun that you guys have brought over these last few years, 3 or 5 years, sorry. Has been so amazing. So here's to the next 5 years. Good job, guys.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, it's been wonderful. It really has. So yeah.
Derek, if you just want to pop everybody in, everybody can make a closing remark and
we'll wrap up. Here comes everybody.
Wrap up.
So thanks for everybody for being around.
We got to let Bruce go first because I know we cut him off like 1 second before he was about to say something, and we just figured that out.
I was just going to say that if I can remember now, that with challenge caching, we it's kind of a higher level, but we want to bring people in on the lower level. So like all these other podcasts are super excellent topics, and challenge caching is kind of that once a month, just taking geocaching to another level. Just add a little more to it. And so, yeah, we want to make sure that it's accessible.
It's great. Parting shots, anybody else? Nobody's allowed to quit, so don't even try.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, you're in it for life now.
Sorry, you've been renewed. You've all your shows have been renewed. You're still going.
Yay!
You're going to double our salaries though now, right?
Nope. Same
You know,
salary.
double it, triple it. You can
I'll double
quadruple it. It's okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll double it tonight.
Yeah.
Jesse, we're going to double everybody's salary right now.
That's right. You know what? You're going to get paid more than the reviewers. Double. The reviewers get paid. So
that's funny.
I guess I'll go next. Just the opportunity. I mean, I met you guys. It was kind of funny. I remember when I was just starting to vlog. I was in first show I ever watched. I was actually tried to watch, I should say, because I was at the Grand Canyon and there's horrible signal there.
Right.
And I was sitting at a Mexican restaurant close to our hotel trying to watch it. And from then on, I've been hooked. And then got to do the GT Stash. And Charles and I are the only ones here that have actually got the GT Stash. We're part of the GT5, is what we call it.
That's right.
And it was from then. That was one of the first shows that I got to be on. I think that was the first show when we talked about finding the GT Stash. So it's just been a roller coaster. CacheCon. Now that I sit a lot of times in the back of in the green room and just kind of pushed all the buttons and make sure everything goes through right now for the Sunday show, and then of course Gadget Talk and Geocache for Kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of if you look at how much content Geocache Talk puts out for geocaching, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's just crazy, and I just love that you guys have given us the opportunity to be able to do this. I really do. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been great. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, I've been a long
Closing
time.
remarks? Okay, there you go.
I've been a
Go
long
ahead.
time fan of Geocache Talk. I've listened to geocaching podcasts since I started geocaching, and this one has always felt good. It's felt like so accessible, such a great community. It was exciting to meet certain people over the years, and so I can't wait to meet more of our community now that I know so many more names. I can put names with faces at future events, so I can't wait to meet everyone in our community somewhere someday.
Yes.
Maybe even your co-host one day.
Yeah, someday.
Patron events. If you're a patron and you get to do special events, I mean that's and you get to go to Mega and we're there. That is a lot of fun. That's so much fun.
Gosh, that was so much fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had a
looking
great
forward to
patron
next year very much.
Yeah. For
Canada.
Canada.
A patron event. We had the dinner at Geo Woodstock, Fort Worth. That was fun. But yeah,
Breakfast at Mingo.
Breakfast at Mingo was the one we did this year, and we got one planned for going caching.
Whoop, whoop.
So patrons jump in that.
See another reason, Josh, to come down.
Yeah, I know. Emily and I'll be there, and Derek. I don't know if we're going to get Joshua to make a trip to going caching or not, but he's been to 2 already this month.
Well, yeah, it depends on if the breakfast is paid for again, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was a secret. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
It might have been paid for.
Yes.
We all just ran out really fast.
Can happen. Yeah. All y'all ditched me. I had to pay. I had to pick up the check for that.
And FTF came up. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, it was FTF, and what do you expect?
A room full of cashers, they're going to run.
All right, we're ready. Go ahead. Do you want to?
Yeah, I again to reiterate what others have said. We are blessed that both you and Jesse, Gary, have decided to take us on, to give us a platform to use to reach out to niche communities in the geocaching world, and it's been a phenomenal success. I've loved every moment of the roller coaster ride, as I'm sure the others have as well. So, just really a heartfelt thank you to both you and Jesse for going way out on that skinny limb for both me and Tom. But we have enjoyed it, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without the groundwork and foundation that both you two have laid for us to build this phenomenal community upon.
Thank you. Somebody did mention, Jesse, you need to talk about book club real quick. We almost forgot about book club.
Yeah, we have that coming up again really soon. And for all the patrons, if y'all are interested, we pick a book every month. We do. It's been going on for several months now.
Yeah.
The CFO helps run that one every month, and we have a lot of fun in that. That was originally just a time killer for COVID, right? But we've had so much fun now. We're just going to keep it going, and it's been going for several months. And any patrons are invited. You know, not everybody gets to finish the book every single time. It's not homework. You don't get graded, but any patrons that are interested, jump in. We meet every month. It's somehow, no matter what book we pick, we can always relate it back to geocaching. It's funny how all of our experiences end up being relatable to that. So it's jump in anytime. The information goes out, you know, every month, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So
no, it's been great. All right. Well, it's everybody wave.
Jeff's got one more.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah. I didn't get to thank you guys yet either.
Go ahead.
I just want to say the awesome spread of content that we have. Like all of the shows are hosted by people who love the subject that we talk about. So like you guys curated the shows and found people who are passionate about the subjects.
Yes.
And I think that plays a whole lot to the fact that we have great content. And so thank you for, again, generating this network and just, I think it's kind of a natural evolution of geocache talk into these specialized topics. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's your vision, as everybody said before, it's your vision and leadership that's brought it to that point. So thanks again.
Thank you. Something that Jesse and I really focused from the beginning was we're not stopping. We're going to, I mean, regardless of what other shows are doing, we were of the mindset that we're going to keep going. We're not going to sit on our laurels. We're going to expand. We're going to keep going and push forward. Kind of like Joshua said, it's like we may be taking some big swings, but a lot of times when we take a big swing, we hit a grand slam. So, you know, we're still going to do that. There have been a couple times we won't talk about tonight.
We're not going to do that tonight. Yeah.
Is this Gary? Was this the time you wanted me to announce the new show? Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Gentlemen, get ready.
Yeah. Goodbye.
I will be doing LPC talk.
Oh my gosh!
Starting next week.
The beans
twice a week.
Twice a week.
We're gonna spill the beans on his head.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Oh
LPC talk.
Yep. Every day there's not a show. It's LPC talk. And
I can hear the intro music for it right now. It goes.
Oh, it'll be the best intro. And I just need to say I did steal that joke from the chat. The chat was.
I know. I saw that too.
They said that earlier, but I had. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
LPC. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, don't tell Sonny a podcast about that. Yep. All right. So we don't have.
Gary, we could actually run the open too again. That's because the real. Well, why don't we run the open again one last time?
That's a good way to close it out.
Yeah, because you know what, the last line on there, it says Geocache Talk Network. We're just getting started.
That's right. Perfect.
There you go.
We'll run
Perfect.
that. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Here's the opening / closing. And we're live. So there we go.
For trash in parking lots, that doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it. So we didn't go geocaching.
It is awesome to be here. My first time officially, I'm just going to say officially, on the Geocache Talk podcast.
This year, the Podcast of Hope selected St. Jude's as its charity. St. Jude's life-saving mission of finding cures for children battling cancer.
Jeremy basically bought a GPS device and drove a couple hours away because there were no stashes at the time nearby where we were.
Attention to detail that you put in to the panels and the flow of the room, the whole maze, it just blew me away. It really did.
The second member of the 20 CHCA Hall of Fame this year is Geocache Talk, and that would be Mr. Gary Slinker and Jesse Memphis Lunsford. Come on up.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.